Just before we get started, congratulate everyone for coming here this weekend. And you know, the university is really next level learning. We have our conferences every year to really showcase our business and really, I guess, recognise people. But the university is all about learning, upskilling, as Aaron said, becoming the better version of yourself. So when I thought of a topic to, I guess, educate on today, I wanted to really help people in their ability to prospect people, ability to convert people. I really wanted to make sure that, you know, give you some skills and real good content to help you become a better version of yourself. So I wanted to move into what I call advanced prospecting skills. So this is here really more into the psychology of prospecting. How do I get this person to go from not interested to half interested to joining the business, trying the products, building the business? It's skills around advanced prospecting because it is very much about the psychology. If you think about it in, I guess, looking for your soulmate, your partner, the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, it's very, very rare, unless you're in Vegas, that you walk into a bar, up to the first person you meet and say, I want to marry you. It's very rare. It's a process. That relationship fosters and develops over time. So finding your business partners, your next diamond leader that you want to work with may take 1 year, may take 2 years, may take 4.5 years, like Angela and Cheryl's relationship developed, and when the time was right, you know, the transition happened. You know, so you don't go up to the first person and just ask them to marry you. There are a few exceptions to the rule. We have seen this before. Leighton Hewitt, the great legendary tennis player, he was engaged, got separated in November, re-engaged and married effectively 12 weeks later. What about our very own Lyndon Biernoff? The story of Lyndon's relationship. Basically pushed a guy over as he was stalking Rebecca at netball courts to get on her team. By the end of the season, he invited her on a trip to Italy, and at the end of that trip, he proposed and married, and everything's happily ever after. So sometimes, you know, that relationship does develop quickly, but it's really important to understand that prospecting and the art of prospecting and conversion is a process. It's all about providing value, a rapport, trust, respect, and making sure that you go out there and continue to stay in the game. Be that consistent, persistent person. You know, so when you start your business, the currency is your contacts list. So you are represented by your contacts list when you go out into the field. You know, it will be like winning a lottery if you expect your direct contacts list to build your Jeunesse business. So even if you don't feel or you don't move on in your future with Jeunesse, in 5 years, 10 years' time, if you have vision, dreams, desires for success in life, you should be working on your contacts list from today, building, fostering those relationships for the future. This is probably the biggest trap that I see most people fail in network marketing, the warm market trap. 99% of people that join the business rely on their contacts. They go through their contacts, they come out of the gates, boom, sapphire, in their first 90 days. They haven't been continuing to grow and nurture their list, build relationships, rapport. They get to the end of their warm market, then the enrollments dry up. Then their business dries up, and then they start doubting, etc., because they've only relied on their initial contacts list to be the future of their business. So we're going to work on breaking these contacts lists and also focusing on two separate areas to develop and harness people to move from cold markets, warm markets, up into, your lukewarm markets up into your warm markets so you can have better relationships to convert people. So it's pretty easy to understand the first market is your inner sanctum. I call it the boiling hot market. So it's different to a warm market because these people here, the way you approach them is so different to your warm market. The type of people that would fit into this category are people that, if you were in hospital, would come and visit you in hospital. boiling hot market. The way you approach them is very simple and easy. It's give us your credit card. That's the type of approach you can do to that person. Warm market, we often talk about starting your business with your warm market. Pretty easy to understand who fits into that category. You've had a conversation with that person before. You may not have had a conversation with them for 20 years, but they know you, they trust you, they like you, they respect you. Well, they may not like you, but there's someone that you've had a relationship with. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're having that conversations with them now. It may be a school friend or someone you played sport with or someone you worked with 20 years ago. They're still in your warm market. We've moved into a different warm market, a lukewarm market. Now, these people here are part of this new social networking community. Now, I've broken this out from warm market because there's so many people out there that go, oh, I've got 10,000 people on Facebook and Twitter and 30,000 people on Instagram. I say, but how many of those people trust you, like you, respect you, and would be happy to take your phone call? So a lukewarm market is social media people that engage with you. So they might like your posts, they might comment on your post. You're doing the same to them. You're adding some form of value. Your cold market then could be considered the total numbers of your social media. So if you have 30,000 Instagram followers, they have followed you or you've followed them, so they can fit into your cold market because you are connected with them. A good example is my Twitter account. I'm not very active on Twitter, but I probably have the most number of followers on there. And so those people there, I just, I don't add enough value to that group of people, but they still fit into my cold market. And your icy cold market is literally people that you've never met before. The 7 billion people on the planet are cold market people. You're going in, you're door knocking, you're picking up the phone book. That's the type of people. We're going to focus in on developing these relationships to move people up this ladder. Move people from cold into lukewarm, lukewarm into warm market. Once you get people into warm market, that's when you've got people on the phone. Once you've got people on the phone, that relationships develop more and you've got more likelihood of being able to convert people and be able to build your business. So you always have to launch your business. This is your business strategy. You always launch your business boiling hot market and warm market. But at the same time, you need to be developing your list in all the other areas. So continuing to develop your list. So you launch your business, and if the simple strategy, if you're not interested in launching your business in warm and boiling hot, you don't have enough belief. If you don't have enough belief, you won't be interested in launching your business. So you get the odd person that comes up and say, look, I really, really want to build this, Craig, but I don't want to speak to friends and family. And I have a little chuckle, and I say, why wouldn't you want to help your family look better, feel better, earn some extra money? Why wouldn't you want to do that? Because you don't have enough belief. So you need to go out and get belief. So that may be try your product yourself and get a really good testimony yourself. It might be your partner might go onto Zen and lose a few kilos. It's about getting that belief, and then you can go and move forward and say, this is a great business, great products, great results, it's working. That's one thing that you can never, ever, ever, ever doubt. Jeunesse works. So let's just take that out of the equation. Jeunesse works. The products work, the company's had success, but it is about your belief, and you've heard that come through in a few presentations this time. So you really need to make sure everyone launches their business boiling hot and warm market strategy. Boiling hot, where's your credit card, which pack? Warm market strategy is segmenting people into lists of entrepreneurs, business-minded people, potential customers, and picking up the phone and go through this process. Your ultimate goal is to sign them up on a 1-year jumbo. They get the Sapphire in 90 days. They've developed Sapphires. That's number A, the holy grail. Number B, thanks for calling me. I'm not that interested. This is in the warm market strategy. Not that interested, but would you be interested in trying some products to look better and feel better? And number C is, thanks for your time. the reason I called you is I know that you've got a lot of influence, you know a lot of people out there. Do you know anyone that might be interested? As Aaron was talking about that referral, getting 10 people off each prospect. So that's all about growing and building your list. So we're going to focus a little bit more on this, getting people from cold to lukewarm into your warm market on the phone so you can have that conversation. Important that you start day one. You don't wait till your warm market's finished. You start day one. Really important to develop your skills in attraction marketing. So attraction marketing is not simply, here's my link to my Jeunesse business, you want to buy some Zen products, and it's their attraction marketing is being curious, getting people to like, trust, respect you, so developing a really good profile and brand for yourself. Really important you manage your time while you're building your list. See, this is a slow process. So don't go and put all your eggs into list building because it's all about productive time. So you really need to have a really good plan in place, time management plan in place, because your productive time is conversions of people in your warm market, but you still need to set a little bit of time aside to build these relationships because it is time consuming. I'll put up there number 5, focus on micro commitments. When I talk about micro commitments, it's all about getting people to like your posts, liking other people's posts. It's getting that, giving someone some feedback, commenting on their posts. They're little commitments to bring people through from cold into that lukewarm market and lukewarm up into the warm market. It's all about building that rapport, adding value. Massively important to add value because people start following you if you put forward good content. I try and do a live quite regularly, and I really sit down and focus on what I'm going to say because I want to provide good content. And then I want to reuse that content on other social media platforms. And then people start following you, you get a message, say, Craig, I really like what you said today. Then you notice that they are following you more, commenting more, liking more of your posts, etc. So it's about providing value. And that content may be something you read. It might be out of a magazine, a business magazine. It could be talking about anything to do with success, and you're just sharing that content. So if you don't feel that you can deliver that content well yourself, there's no reason that you can't use already existing content and people really enjoy what you're putting forward. Still really all about success, etc. Demonstrate that you are a leader, that people joins people approach. You want people to really choose you. Why should you join with you? I mean, a few years ago, Aaron did a presentation on social media, and it was really, you can make out whatever that you want to be perceived out there. You can make yourself into a superhuman if you really, really wanted to, and people will always join you. So if you've never met them before, they will, they want to see that you're a leader, at least on that social media front. All right, so people join, people say, look professional, don't ever put posts up about the party you went to last night and how much of a headache you have the next day, etc., because people don't want to join someone that isn't serious about their business. Make sure that you're representing yourself well. So we're trying to move people through this funnel so that we start at the top with everyone, and we're starting to progress them down, and it all happens through rapport, trust, and value, seeing that you're a good leader. And with social media, taking people from social media, the success of people's business will take time, but getting people from this online lukewarm section into a warm market person. A warm market person is when you can have them on a phone call. So how do you get people from this social media lukewarm market into someone that you can have a conversation with? It's all about time, strategy, etc. So here's some really key tips that I'm putting forward in regards to giving you a ability to develop your ability to move people up to phone call. That's what we want, getting people on the phone. So the number one is have a good profile. Because some people, I do this myself, someone friends requests me, I'll actually go and look at their profile for, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to see what they're posting about, to see whether they deserve to be on my friends list. So just imagine if you had wanted to be my friend on Facebook and your profile didn't really match that type of person that I wanted to be connected with. I reject your friend request. But on the flip side, you get people more interested in you if you have a really good professional photo, represent yourself really well, a combination of business, family, really telling your story, like Kasiah was saying yesterday, telling your story through your journey. Post regularly. Don't sit on Facebook all day and just keep putting posts up every hour, but making sure that you're consistently posting good content and keeping people engaged that way. Post with value. Again, a good balance of business and education and also family, and really showing yourself a lot about yourself. You're opening yourself up to people to really see who you are as a person. Important that you like and comment on people's posts. Because I certainly click on, if I get 100 likes, I actually click on the like button. It just brings up all the people that have liked my post. So I'm like, okay, that person there's in another network marketing company. I'm going to keep an eye on that person. And all the people that comment. Commenting is really a lot more important. Engaging conversation. Engaging in conversation is really powerful to help you with your business as well. So you might like what someone's written on their Facebook post or their social media. You write a really nice comment, great tip for the day or something like that, because if they're a really good entrepreneur, they're going to notice that your name has showed up in their feed as someone that's commented. So it's really important that you engage in conversation. Participate in groups. So there's groups that are set up for everything out there on social media. Be in there and add content and value in there. People will start wanting to friend request you based on the content that you're putting out there. Follow up people's posts and send them a message. So again, it's these micro commitments. So if someone puts something up you really value, why don't you send them a message and say, hey, my name's Craig, we're friends on social media. I know that you do network marketing. Looks like you're doing really well. I loved what you wrote today. Keep up the good work. I'm not asking them for their business or anything at that time, but I'm showing respect and it's personal. Then they'll see my name show up a lot more. And again, it's taking them from lukewarm market into that warm market approach onto a phone. Send a personal message to people that want to friend request you. So someone friend requests me, I'll look at their profile. If I want to accept, I'll say, hey, thanks for wanting to be my friend on social media. It looks like you're really successful. Keep up the good work. So it's, again, that first point of that relationship starting. If I am wanting to friend request someone, I may actually send them a message with it to make it personal. Say, hey, my name's Craig. I'm an entrepreneur from Melbourne. I'd love to be your friend. Looks like you're really successful. Send them a personal message. They'll recognise my name because the relationship's started. And that's the type of little tricks that you can do to build that relationship. So on LinkedIn specifically, I love LinkedIn because this here gives you prompts to what you can approach people with. So on my LinkedIn, I'll just open the app. It actually says in the notifications here, there's notifications. This notification says, congratulate Raymond for starting a new position. So I click on that and I'll actually go and congratulate him, send him a personal message on his success in the business. The next one, these two people have viewed your profile. Okay, they've been looking at my profile. Luckily, it's good. So then I'll go to those people and I'll look at their profile. I'll send them a message, say, oh, thanks for looking at my profile. Looks like you're having a lot of success in business. Keep up the good work. So starting conversation. Next one, wish Marjorie a happy birthday. So I'll send a happy birthday message. So on LinkedIn, it actually prompts you, even on Facebook, but it gives you ideas on how to start conversations with people, taking people through that warm or that lukewarm into that warm market. Don't just sit on Facebook, write something. I've done my day-to-day, I'll add all these 5 people as friends. That's just like the poor man's way to go and build a business. Congratulate new jobs, happy anniversary. Looking at people that views your profile, we went through that. Send a message to someone that wants to be your friend. Thanks for wanting to be my friend. Follow up people who comment on my posts. Follow up people who like my posts. So these are the types of things that we're trying to do to improve the business. And then it's about a follow-up strategy. The fortune's in the follow-up. Angela followed up Cheryl for years and years and years and years. Time was right, joins the business. I've done that many, many times myself, had good results. Fortune's in the follow-up. When I'm following someone up, if I'm on a phone call with that person, I ask permission to follow up. So it doesn't ever feel awkward when I call them up. I finish the conversation, it's not interest for them there, but I've actually left the thing, say, oh, thanks for taking the time today. Do you mind if I give you a call in 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, give you an update on any new products? Your timing may have changed. You may want to be looking at a career change. You may have more time. Yeah, no problems. So I put them on a follow-up list of people I need to follow up, and I don't feel awkward that I've ended up calling them 12 times over a 2-year period because I've asked for that permission. Tell them that you're going to follow them up based on any new product. So when we launched then, I literally went back to the list that I've been to for the last 5 years and called them all and said, hey, what are you up to now? As you know, business is going really well. We've just launched into the weight management space. I'm super excited about that at the moment because it was a career that I spent 12 years in. Not sure if you're interested or you know anyone that might be interested in losing weight, but can I send you a video, or do you want to find out more information about our products? If they say yes or no, whatever, keep the conversation going. Being a professional, being a leader, I respect people that follow me up consistently because I'm like, you know what, that guy there is really professional. They're actually doing a good job. I may not be interested in joining them in business at this stage, but I really respect them for taking the time to consistently follow me up, and it's important to keep the relationship alive. Keep the relationship alive. That's really powerful. Some people might have a disagreement about something in that phone conversation, etc., and you go, oh, I'm over that person, bang, I'm wiping them off my list. Keep the relationship alive because you never, ever, ever know what might happen in the future. You may not do business together in network marketing, but he might be selling property in years to come, and you might be interested in buying property, and you go, you know what, that guy was really rude to me at that point in time. That relationship, I'm not even going to consider that property based on how poor that person operates as a business person. So you never know where the future can go in business. And finally, the person that sticks to the process, be consistent and persistent for long enough, stays in the game, doing minimal daily action, working on that funnel. They've got the people from the cold into the icy cold, people are icy cold into lukewarm, people in lukewarm into warm. Once in the warm, on the phone call, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. Sounds easy, but so many people just don't follow a simple game plan to be a professional network marketer. So I wanted to share those tips with you today. I hope you get something out of it. And congratulations on turning up on the weekend, and look forward to seeing as many of you as possible at Bangkok. Really focus on the launch of your Zen business, focus on the launch of the Envy business, and continue to get out there and share the message. Janesse, as Alice was talking about today, has never, ever, ever, ever been easier to promote than it is now. Everything's better. You've got a better story to tell. If you've been in the business for 12 months, you should be good at telling this amazing story. Then it's all about the people. Finding the people, it takes time, but it's worth it. Thank you.